we go. I'm getting it. All right. I'm Stampin' Dee Dee. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And what I love to do is learn and then teach you what I've learned. I'm a retired teacher. I love to do that. And that's what I love about being a demonstrator. Not only the discount you get, because you do get a discount. And right now there's a great deal for joining, becoming a discount shopper. For most of us, that's how we start out, is wanting to be a discount shopper. And that's how I started out, loving the products and just wanting to get a discount. So right now you get $175 worth of products and the really pretty blue boho indigo mini cut and emboss for $129. So you get the boho indigo stamp cut and emboss machine and $175 worth of products for $129. Or if you don't want the cutting machine, then you would only pay $99 and still get your $175 in products. So hold on just a second, because I have somebody trying to get on. Clint, would you text Veronica and tell her how to get on my Facebook page? Thank you. All right. I'm sorry about that. I didn't have any way to get in touch with this person who's trying to get on, so I had to go talk to my husband about it. All right, so tonight, dying to know. I hope you're dying to know, because I'm dying to show you Share a Milkshake, the Share a Milkshake bundle. And that's what we're going to be looking at tonight. This is the Share a Milkshake bundle in the catalog. It's on page 12 in the catalog, and you have your stamps and your dies, and then multiple samples of cards made with this bundle. So the bundle itself is $44. The stamps by themselves are $19. The dies by themselves are $30. So you get a deal if you get the bundle. All right, so that's page 12 in the mini catalog. Whoops, I don't have the front of it. There we go. In the mini catalog. All right. So here is the bundle. And before I open it and go over some of the products in it with you, I'm just going to show you some of the samples. Here we have one. This is actually a waterfall card made with the Share a Milkshake bundle. And it uses the little ice cream dish. It uses the little grid that's in there. The spoon, the cherries, the hearts that are in there. So those are all utilized on this card. Another card with the little ice cream dishes. These little dishes are so cute. And the spoon. And I used the Hive 3D folder with this one. And the scallop circle framelits for this. And then the stamps here. All right. Then this one is using the waffle cone and the ice cream, the whipped cream, the cherries on top, and the milkshake dish with the foam and the cream and the straw and the cherries. All of that. Cute, cute, cute. This again is using the cone. I wanted to do it in a monochromatic. This is such a fun set, and our tendency is to do it in all these bright colors. But I wanted to do it in a monochromatic card and see how that looked, and I love the way it turned out. This is using, I believe it's the Abigail Rose designer series paper, or no, it's the it may be the Texture Chic. Anyway, the cone, the dish, the little background. Life is sweeter with you. All right. And then lastly, we have this one. Again, back to our bright colors. And all three are on this one. The cone, the waffle cone, and the milkshake, and the dish, the ice cream dish. All right. So these are some of the samples made using this Share a Milkshake bundle. And here we go. We're ready to look at it. All right. So the dies. You have this, I'm not sure what it's called, the grid die. And I love using it. As you can see, let me grab one of these. On this one, I left some of the cutout squares in it. I thought that just added some dimension and some interest, but you don't have to do that. You can punch them all out and have just your grid back there. All right, and so this is the milkshake glass. That's the die for that. And then this is one of the toppings, I think I used this mostly on the dish, on the little ice cream dish. I used this as the topping. And this I used as the topping for the milkshake. And then we have two different sizes of whipped creams. Your cherry on top, your hearts, your straw, your spoon, and your waffle cone. And this waffle cone, this die is embossed. So it embosses the waffle cone as well, which is a really cool thing. And it gives you the fold lines. All right, so your stamps, then you've got your two-tone stamping here, because you stamp your dish and then you stamp this on it, and it adds dimension. Let me grab one of these. Okay, here's one. You can see the dish was stamped in a lighter green, and then I came back over and used this stamp and stamped a darker green over it. The same thing with the smaller dish. Let's see. Get this one. I stamped the dish in a lighter green or lighter turquoise, and then I came back over it with the shading and stamped over it with a darker color. And it adds some detail and some depth to it. I love that. Then, of course, you can also just use the dies and cut your dish out of designer series paper, which is what I did here, and cut the ice cream out of cardstock. So you can do both ways. All right. And then your spoon, and these are little drops, melting drops. And this is a topping for the little ice cream dish. Okay. And this is a bigger topping, stamped topping, and I used it mainly on the milkshake dish. And the cherry, this is such a real looking cherry. And these are your straws. You have one straw that is striped, and then another straw straw that is solid. And then you have your sentiments, which are life is sweeter with you, celebrate, you're the cherry on top, and be my Valentine. So it's a great set to use for Valentine. And the hearts. Did I mention the hearts? So here are the hearts. And then you've got some dies for hearts too. All right. Not a real complicated set, but I think the shading, figuring that out and figuring out what to use with which one. Of course, you can do it any way you want, but let's look at it. We are going to make this card together and using the stamps and the dies. So let me move these things over just a little bit. Get my pieces out. All right, so we have a very vanilla card base that is scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and fold that and burnish it. All right. Now we have some pieces of colored cardstock and designer series paper that we want to go ahead and put down on this. This piece is just going to angle down. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Actually, what I'm going to do is glue it. I think it'll be more accurate if I do that. So I'm just going to put my glue right along here and right along here. And I might need to come down just a little bit further here. All right, so I'm just going to start it up here, angle it down about right here. And now I'm going to come along and cut it. It'll be a lot neater to do it that way. And you always cut from the back side. All right, so there we have our cardstock piece, and then we're going to put this piece of designer series paper on. And we're going to put it right up here. Make sure it's straight. Okay. And then one other piece of designer series paper. This one is from the Dandy Designs. I know I'm not doing this. This is further up. This is from the Dandy Designs designer series paper that is a celebration offering. This one is. And this one, not sure where that one is. All right. I'm going to also come right along here and put some white glue because I didn't come up quite far enough. I ordered these little bottles online and I put my Tombow glue into them and they come out. It comes out every time. It's a real thin line. I love that. They're so easy to use. All right, so now we've got our base on here. So now we're going to start getting our elements ready. So I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to bring in my white and my very vanilla. And I'm going to do my stamping on the very vanilla with my milkshake glass. So I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to stamp with I'm going to stamp it this time with Balmy Blue. And with Pacific Point. So I'll do the lighter color first. And get a good coating on here. And stamp it right here. All right. I'll get my pad out so I don't have to keep opening up. All right, and then I'm going to use the piece that is the design over the base. And I'm going to use Pacific Point for this one. Make sure I get it all inked up. All right, and then I'm going to stand up and I'm going to get my ink off of my stamp, because if I don't, I'll get it on the card. All right, I'm going to put this at the bottom. There we go. There it is. And look, I still got ink on there. No matter how hard I try, I still get ink everywhere. I do, every time. All right, let's close these up. All right, and then the top is this stamp right here. And I'm going to do it in Pear Pizzazz. Put it on my block. Put my ink right here. Ink up my stamp really well. And then I'm going to stamp it. Ooh, what's that on my block? Maybe some glue. I'm going to stamp it right down here because we'll be cutting all of these things out. There's that. Put that stamp away. And let's see. We'll do the cherry. The cherry's so fun to do. And for the cherry, I'm going to use Sweet Sorbet. I use Sweet Sorbet for all my cherries. It just makes such a good cherry. Isn't that pretty? Such a good cherry. Let's see. I need 2 cherries. So, let's get my rag. So I'll do 2 cherries. There we go. Perfect cherries. Perfect every time. All right. Then we also need our smaller dish. And we're going to do that in soft suede or crumb cake, I think. We'll do it in crumb cake. Get the right size. All right. So we'll ink it up. Okay. put it right here. And then we'll do the detailing right here. Put it on the same block. And we'll get out soft suede for that. Lots of different ink pads. Okay. I may have done that in early espresso, but we're going to do this. All right, and again, I need to stand up to get it lined up. All right, there we have it. Get that one clean. Put that one, I'm going to go ahead and do the spoon. I've got this out. I'm just going to do the spoon in the soft suede. I did it in crumb cake here. Let's see. I think we're all right to do it right there. All right, let's see. And I think we need the straws. Oh, I need the topping for my ice cream dish. So that will be this stamp right here. And I'm going to use Calypso Coral for that. So let me put my soft suede away. Open up my Calypso Coral. There we go. And I'll just put it, I'll put it right up here. There's that one. Get all this stamping done. And then we'll get our die cutting done. All right, now we're going to the straw. And one of the straws is going to be the sweet sorbet. Should have done that when I had it open, huh? Ah, look at me. I tell you what. I don't know what it is. But I sure can make a mess. All right, there's that straw. Clean that off. Put it back on here. Put my ink away and get out Coastal Cabana. Because the other straw is Coastal Cabana. So here's this straw. All right. There we go. Got that finished. All right, I think that's everything. Well, we've got the sentiment. So let me go ahead. Life is sweeter with you. And I'll put that on here. And we're just going to do that in black. And we're going to do it on this piece of Very Vanilla. So we'll go on and get that out of the way too. All right. Right in the center. There we go. So now I think we have all of our stamping done. Put the black away. All right. So now we're going to focus on the die cutting So I'm going to bring in my mini cut and emboss. And the first thing we'll do is go ahead and get the sentiment. And with that, I'm using one of the Stylish Shapes dies and I'm moving it toward the right, moving the letters to this end because I'm going to cut this end off. All right, I think I've got it. Put it down and put a piece of washi tape on it to hold it. I'll put it on my pants again just to make sure it's not too sticky. Put my plate on top, run it through. Okay. Very carefully peel that tape off. That washi tape stays sticky a long time. All right, there we have our sentiment piece, and we'll just set it aside. And I'm going to put my Stylish Shape die back. And now we're ready to cut this. So let me get a straw. The straw, to see how many of these I can do at one time. The straw die and the dish die. I am going to put a little piece of washi on that. I think that washi tape is just too sticky. Okay, put that on there. And the spoon die. And the dish, the ice cream die. Let's see, what can I use to hold both of those down? Okay, and this piece here, and I'm going to take a little piece of this for my straw to hold my straw in place. All right, I think I've got enough things going right now. So I'm just going to real carefully put my top on and run these through and get them cut, and we'll finish the rest. All right, so we have our ice cream piece. Put it right there. Put the die back. We have our this piece of ice cream. Put it right there. The spoon. Put it right there. Put these dies away. We have this ice cream dish cut. All right. We have a straw cut. Wasn't perfect, but it'll work. And we're going to put the other straw down. Oh, you know, I should have cut a cherry because I have 2 cherries to cut. I should have cut a cherry. Oh, well. All right, let me get this straw down. And a cherry. They should have put 2 cherry dies. They should have done that. And the cherry die, you want to look and make sure that you can see red through the hole. And that's how you know you've got it in the right spot. And then my ice cream dish. Let me push this in a little bit. Put the dish on it. All right. We'll run it through. And all we'll have left is 1 cherry. Okay. Got the straw. Can't pick it up. We got the straw, the striped straw. So we're through with the straw die. See if I can get that piece of washi tape off. Get the cherry die. There's our cherry. Cute cherry. They're so cute. And get the ice cream dish off. Put the cherry back down. So here's the ice cream dish. Got it all cut. All right, I've got the 1 cherry. Let me turn it and make sure you can see the red through the little hole in the end. All right. Get this last little piece cut. It's not going through. So hold on a minute. Sometimes it gets picky about where it wants the paper to be and where it wants the top to be. All right. So our last cherry. Get the washi tape off. Pull our cherry out. Now, the only other thing that we don't have cut, and I thought I had some in here. I did. I didn't. I went ahead. I'd already cut out the 2 little whipped cream dies. And that's these 2 dies right here. This one and this one. I had already cut those out. So I'm not going to cut them again. And on this card, I did not use the little grid. But you saw it used on the other cards. All right, the other thing we have left to do is our waffle cone. And I'm going to fit it on this piece of brown. I know I fit this. There we go. All right. And we'll run that through. Oh, and you know what? I do have one more little thing to cut out. I wanted to cut, and I'm just going to use this little piece right here. I wanted the topping of the waffle cone to look like maybe caramel. And so I was going to do it out of the crumb cake too. All right. So that's everything now except our last 2 pieces of the ice cream that goes in the waffle cone. And we don't stamp those. We're cutting those just out of cardstock. And we're using this die. And we're going to cut 3 of them. So I'm going to try to cut 2 at one time. I haven't tried that before, but I'm going to give it a try. See if it will cut through 2, and then we'll only have 1 left. This doesn't have any embossing on it or anything like that, so it wouldn't hurt. Let's see if it'll cut through a piece of pattern paper and cardstock. You know, it slipped off of the cardstock, so that really didn't save any time, except that I need another pattern, so I'm going to do it this way this time, because it cut them both. All right, here's our other piece of ice cream, and where'd our pattern paper go? You cut it. Well, I only see 1. Okay, I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking for it, but where in the world could it have gone? All right, I'm going to get another piece of that paper. I've got some right here. Just tear a piece off. That's weird. All right, we'll cut 1 more. Did it fall off on the other side? No? Who knows where it'll turn up? It'll turn up somewhere. All right, here's another piece of ice cream. All right, there's our ice cream. We've got that. We've got our waffle cone. I think we have everything cut that we need. So I'm going to set this aside. I figured that piece of ice cream would show up underneath it, but it didn't. All right, throw my scraps away. All right, now we're ready to assemble our card. The first thing we're going to do is take a dauber, an ink dauber. We're going to take our waffle cone and fold it in. We're going to kind of round it like this. It's going to be like this, only we're going to use our crumb cake ink, and we're going to accent the edges just a little bit. So we're just going to come along the edges here and accent them. I have to accent both sides of the top because it's actually this side that shows. but the waffle part, the sides, the edges are going to show up this way. Okay. You know, it just makes a little bit of a difference. Just a little bit. All right. Got that done. Gonna get our little glue here. I'm gonna get this folded again. And we're gonna glue it right along this edge. Fold it over, glue it, hold it a minute. It's the cutest little waffle cone. Hold it down. You know, with the Tombow, you've got to give it a couple of minutes. That's the difference between that and the adhesive. It's an instant stick, whereas with the Tombow, you've got to give it a couple of minutes. All right, we have our waffle cone. And now we're going to put our ice cream in it. And, you know, you could do this most any way. I kind of just stick the first one down in there. Except my fingers have glue on them. Though, you know what? There it is. Well, we may use all three. And then I put this one under it. In fact, I think I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to layer it right here. And we can adjust it. Okay. Get that one going right there. Get this one. Right here. You want your edges, your curved edges, and I've even come back and trimmed them a little bit to make it curved. It's down in the cone, but at least you don't have this pointed edge. And you know, since we've got another one, we could stick it down in there once we get this in. All right, here's our layered ice cream. I'm going to stick another one up right on top, right behind it. All right. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Just let it stick up right behind it. Maybe kind of circle it around. And now that's going to go down in our cone like that. So I'll put some glue on the back. Put it in there. And then we have the caramel for the top. Think it looks like caramel? I don't know. I thought I'd give it a try though. I'll put that right on the top. I'm not getting the glue time enough to dry. I'm rushing it. There we go. There's our little waffle cone. And now our milkshake glass. And this one's easy. Now, the neat thing about this die is it cuts a little slit right there. And the purpose of that slit is to stick your straws in. Isn't that cool? So it just will pop that out. And that straw will just go right in there. And on this one, I put 2 straws. I wanted to show you the striped one and the solid one. So I just decided to put 2 straws in there. I'm going to go ahead and get those down. And then we've got our ice cream, and I think what I'll do is wait and put it on after we get this down. But we'll get the cherry, put the cherry right on top, right there. Hi, Kay, I didn't see you. Thanks for saying something. I'm looking to see. If you're watching this live, be sure and say something. Say hi, so I'll know you're there. All right, and now, all right, I didn't need the little one, another little one. Now we'll do our ice cream dish. And for this one, I'm just going to put a little line of glue right along the edge. Put the ice cream on. Hold it a second. And then we're going to put the whipped cream on top. Mounds of whipped cream. Yum, yum. And our cherry on top. All right, and now we're ready to put it all together. So this is just glued down. Oh, and you know what? We have just a tiny bit more stamping to do because we've got these little drips. And I tilted this cone so that the drips would be coming off of it, and that is Calypso Coral. So we're going to go ahead and put our drips on the card. So I'm just going to put a drip here and a drip here. There we go. That's all we needed for drips. Put my Calypso Coral away. All right, now we're ready to put the card together. So the cone, the waffle cone, is going to be sitting such that the drips are coming off of it. So we're just going to put that right there. And then our milkshake is going to go right here next to it. And we're going to use dimensionals for that. So I'll put a couple of dimensionals on here. And we're going to put it right there. Get it straight. And put our ice cream stuff on top. Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted dimensionals. So put a dimensional there and right there. our ice cream on. There we go. And then our little ice cream dish is going to go right down here. So I'll put some glue on that. Put that right down here. Let's see. I didn't stamp anything on the inside, but of course you can. This one, I stamped the same color ice cream dish inside as I used outside. What did I do on this one? Yeah, on this one, I did the same thing. Stamped the inside, the ice cream inside. So you could do that. I didn't do that on this one. All right, all we have left is our cinnamon. And we are going to place it right here on dimensionals. And I'm going to cut it off. There's that. Let's put it right there. Well, it needs to go in a little bit. Right there. Make sure I got it straight. And I need to put another dimensional right here. All right, and then I'm going to cut it off. Turn it to the back. Cut it off. There we go. There is our ice cream card. Using all three. So, we've got those. We've got that one. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, I forgot my spoon. I forgot the spoon. Let me get the spoon on. We can't leave the spoon off. It's going to go right there. Just right into that ice cream. There you have it. Well, and I've got my iridescent pastel gems. And I wanted to put those on as well. I'll get my take-a-pick tool. And we'll put one right here. One right here. And the third one is going to go right up here. There we go. Now we've got the card ready. All done. So there's these. And this one. Let me overlap these just a little bit so you can see. And this one, and then this waterfall card. Ice cream set makes such a cute waterfall card. All right, there we go. This is your Share a Milkshake set with samples using everything in here. And I hope that answers any questions you may have. Let me see if there are any questions down there. I don't see any. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you should decide that you want this, it is right here on page 12 in the mini catalog, and the bundle is $44. Well worth it. Well worth it. And lots of samples to use. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to help you out. You can look on my website and you can contact me You can comment. You can email me. You can text me. My information is right here on this website, and I would love to help you. And I also have a host code for February, which is also right here on this Facebook Live, on my Facebook page. If you're watching this on YouTube, which I'll put that on later tonight, then I'll put the information in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.